Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning to all my lovely students of class 5. I warmly welcome you back to the class of science. Today we are here for another lecture. So, as we start every work with the name of Almighty Allah, who is the most beneficent and the most merciful. So, I want all the students to recite Bismillah. So, we shall go ahead. So, class, the chapter which we are going to start today is sound. The chapter sound we had learned this chapter in detail in our physical classes. Today we are going to have a review of this chapter and we are going to relearn some of the important things from this chapter. We'll be having the quick review, so I want all the students to be alert. So first of all, we should know that what is sound. First, we need to know that what is sound. We need to just know the meaning of this word. What is a sound? So, when you see this word sound, you must know that it is something which is created by vibration. Let's take an example of drum. If you are having a drum, that drum cannot produce sound until you make vibration on that. So sound is something that is created by the vibration in our surroundings. So let's see what is the definition of sound. First of all, we should know that uh, a form of energy. What is a sound? It is a form of energy produced by vibrating matter. So in this slide, you need to know two words that it is the form of energy. When we are discussing about the light, we said that light is a form of energy. Likewise, sound is also the form of energy. So, this word you need to remember, this form of energy can never be created until we create the vibration. So, if there would be the vibrating matter, then only in that case the sound would be produced. This energy can only be produced when we supposed to vibrate something, we supposed to create vibration. Only in that case sound would be created. Now, what is a sound? Sound is a form of energy that, as we discussed just right now, that is produced by vibration. And what is vibration? A back and forth movement of an object. When an object is just moved in back and forth direction, it can create vibration. If vibration would be created, sound would be created. What is vibration? This is nothing but the back and forth movement of an object. What is the vibration? It is back and forth movement of an object. If the vibration would be created, if the back and forth movement of an object would be created, then only the sound would be produced. Sound is a wave of vibrations that spread from its source of its matter. When we're talking about light, we said that light is a form of energy and we call that energy as light ray. But in case of sound, we cannot use the word ray. Here we are going to use the word wave. So sound would not be having the rays, it would be having the waves. So as we know that the sound is a form of energy, this energy can be transferred in the form of waves. As you see the waves in water, in ocean, in sea, you can see that how the waves come to you from the ocean. Okay, because if the waves are there, it means the water can be transferred, water can be moved. Likewise, sound is created, but it is transferred in the form of wave. And if there would be no vibration, no movement would be there, no wave can reach to any object, and we cannot hear the sound in such case. Okay, so we need to note this. Good morning, students. Those who came late, good morning to those as well. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, let's go ahead. The more vibrations of the waves have, the more energy, the louder the sound. Let's make it easy. If vibration would be greater, If there would be more vibration, it means there is more energy. So let's talk about two of the things. More vibrations, louder the sound. Because in our book, energy is not discussed again and again. So let's relate these two things. Number one, more vibrations would be there, so louder sounds would be there. If this more can be low vibration, if there would be low vibration, there would be slower sound. The sound would be slow. The faster the vibration or the frequency, the higher the sound. So it means if the vibration is higher, if the frequency is higher, these all are relevant to each other. If they are higher, sound would automatically be louder. And how high or low a sound is called its pitch. Pitch is nothing but the quality of a sound. Pitch is nothing but the quality of the sound. What is a pitch? What is a pitch? How high or the low sound is its pitch. For example, you must have seen the cricket matches or football matches. That ground is called as pitch. That is really the performance of the participants or the cricketers or the players is highly dependent on the type of pitch, because that pitch is showing the quality. If the quality would be good, match can be played well. Likewise, if the pitch of a sound, what is a pitch of a sound? It is nothing but the quality of the sound, that how high or low the sound is. So let's talk more about the vibration. It's back and forth movement that produced, right? And to produce sound, an object must be vibrating. An object must be vibrating. An object must be vibrating. Otherwise, there is no sound. If there is no back and forth movement, no sound can be produced. Okay, it is because in the form because of the vibration, energy can be transferred in the form of waves. I don't know whether this picture is clear to you or not, but here are some of the waves drawn, and in this waves you can see the transfer of energy. Energy can be transferred in the form of waves, right? So waves will only be created if the vibration is there. And what is vibration? Nothing but the back and forth movement of an object. Speech is produced by vibration of vocal cords. If you remember, we did this experiment in the class. I asked you to hold your neck and create sound. So when we started speaking, our vocal cords were vibrating. If there is no vibration in our vocal cords, so there would be no sound. There would be no sound. So you can do it right now as well. Just hold your neck from the front and speak something. You will feel vibration in your vocal cords. This is how you can see that you start speaking, and you know that while speaking, basically we are creating the sound, we are creating the vibration. Okay, so when we talk about the vibration, we must know that either the sound is low or high. For example, if I am speaking very slow, like if I just speaking very slow, it would be difficult for you. So what I am doing, I am just speaking in the frequency which is having less number of vibration. But if I use the voice, if my sound is greater, so it means the quality of the voice is high, the pitch is high, frequency is highest now. So what is frequency? Before knowing about the frequency, I want you to just concentrate on this picture which is in front of you. Now see, vibration is nothing but frequency is nothing but the number of vibration. It is number of vibration. Now in first line, how many number of vibration we are having? This is 1, this is 2, right? In second one, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, the next one, 1, 2, 3, right? Now in this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, in these lines, which line is having the greater number of vibration? What is vibration? Nothing but the back and forth movement. Back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. So, this back and forth movement is creating vibration. Now, 1, 2, 3. Beta, I want all the students to mute themselves. Everybody's mute. Khizra, mute yourself, beta. Okay, so guys, am I clear to everyone? Let me know in the chat box. Am I clear to everyone? Students, am I clear to everyone? Okay, students, am I clear to everyone? Beta, let me know in the chat box so we can go ahead. Let me know in the chat box. Am I clear to everyone? Am I clear to everyone? Students, am I clear to everyone? Yes, beta, the distortion is going on again and again. So let's go ahead. So we're talking about the frequency. It is nothing but the number of vibration per minute of a sound, right? So we can see here in the last line that there are more number of the vibration, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on, right? So if in a sound wave, if more number of vibrations would be there, so sound would be greater, the sound would be louder. Okay, so then the sound would be louder. So frequency is nothing but the number of vibration per minute of a sound. We should remember the time which is given for the frequency, that is 1 minute. The number of vibration per minute of a sound, it means number of vibration in 1 minute. If there is 2 number of vibrations, the sound would be slower. If we increase the number of vibration per minute of a sound, the sound would be increased. So again, there is a pitch, and we were talking about the pitch. Pitch is, like I told you, that it is nothing but the quality of the sound, that how high or the low sound is its pitch. A high sound has a high pitch and a low sound has a low pitch. A short string gives higher pitched sound than a long string when they are plucked. So, pitch of the sound, we do not need to discuss in detail that what is pitch. It is simply the quality of the sound, that how high or the low sound is. Now, what comes in your mind when you look at this picture? This picture is showing what? This picture is showing echo. This picture is showing echo. So, let's discuss about it. When we're talking about the light, so we saw that how the reflection of light happens, how the reflection of light occurs, right? So what happens, light strike to an object and it comes back. This is called the reflection of light. Likewise, if you go to the empty room and you just speak louder, or you can if you shout, you will hear your voice again, you will hear that echo, that is your returned sound, that is your reflected sound. What is an echo? Echo is basically the reflected sound, but in the sound we do not use this word reflection, we use echo. So echo is same as the reflection in light. So when we speak something or when we create sound and that sound waves hit to an object and if it comes back, so this is called echo. So what is echo? Echo is nothing but the bouncing back of a sound, and sound can be bounced back if it hits to an object. So bouncing of a sound of an object. As you see in this picture that this character of cartoon is clapping. If he claps, his sound is created by the vibration of the hand, and the sound waves strike to the wall like this. After striking to the wall, it comes back to him. This is the reflection, and this reflection would be named as echo in case of sound. In case of sound, we use the word echo, and in light, we use the word reflection. Noise pollution. Pollution is, you know, that it is the biggest threat to the world, and you all are familiar with this word, that it is something that is irritating, that is harmful for us, that is unwanted, right? So sometimes we think that the thing which is just visible, the garbage which is visible, the smoke that is visible, only these things can cause the pollution. It is not so. Pollution is anything that is harmful to you, that is creating irritation for you, and that is unwanted by you, right? So noise pollution is the pollution that is created by the sound, but all the sounds cannot be named as the noise. When do we use this word for the sound? We use this word for that sound which is irritating for us, which is unwanted for us, which is not good for us, that is unpleasant for us. So uh, this is not only like we can say that this does not irritate us, it is also harmful. If we hear the loud noises, that can damage our hearing. Okay, for example, you enjoy the music, but when you sit near the speaker, it seems like irritating voice for you, and you do not want to hear that same music in very loud sound. So it damages our hearing. It damages our hearing when you use your cell phone, when we about to hear the music, when we listen to the music, we just insert our hands free, and when we increase the volume, there is a dialog box which has appeared in our on our mobile, on which it is clearly written that increasing volume can damage your hearing, because after certain point, your music can be a noise. Your music can be dangerous for you. Your music can be not only irritating, but it will also damage your hearing. So what is a noise pollution? Noise pollution can be defined as anything disturbing or unwanted noise that interferes or harms human or wildlife. It does not only damage the harmful for human beings, it is harmful for the wildlife, wild animals as well. Noise pollution has a negative impact on wildlife species by reducing habitat quality, increasing the stress level, and masking other sounds. So this is so simple. So to reduce the pollution, this kind of pollution, which is called as noise pollution, which is created by unwanted music, or sorry, unwanted sound. So we are having something to reduce it. We are also having some of the strategies by which we can reduce the pollution, noise pollution. If we talk about the cars or different vehicles, these are fitted with the engines, as you know, aeroplane, uh, a train, vehicles, motorbike, all are having the engines in them, right? That engine is like can create a lot of sound, a lot of noise. So to reduce that noise, we use the silencer. What is this word silencer? If you see this word, this comes from silence or the silent. So it means to reduce the sound that is created by the engine. Silencers are used in the vehicles. So it is used to reduce the sound noise created by the engines, to make the engines quieter. But we can also see that in on another hand, we are again increasing the pollution, because by using the vibration there is smoke. which is created by the silencer, that gets mixed into the air and that causes the air pollution as well. So better remember this thing, that as we go through the inventions, the pollution would be increased. Okay, inventions are good for us. They can make our task easier, but they are having the negative impact as well. Likewise, silencer is used to reduce the noise, but it can also produce the pollution. So thank you so much. This was all about your lecture that we were supposed to discuss today in today's class. As I told you that I'm going to share the Google form with you. So now I'm going to share another screen with you. What you need to do, you need to be active in the chat box. You will answer me. Okay, there would be questions in front of you and the answer would be written by you in the chat box. I'll see your quick responses. Okay, so just wait for a minute. Yes guys, so here comes your Google form. Hmm. Now it is your grand test. This test is not from the chapter sound. Okay, but as students from section A, B, and G, they will select their respective section. Those are students who are from class G, but they're sitting in class 5A, so they'll choose G. They'll choose their actual section, right? Yes. So now here comes the question number 1. I want students to be active in the chat box. Yes, beta. Life on Earth is heavily dependent on dash, or heavily depends on dash. Very good. Very good, Malahim, Aisha. No, Khizra, you need to check your answer. Good, Iraj. Yes, the life on Earth depends on dash, rocks, light, or petroleum. Petroleum can be useful for us, light is useful for us, rocks are useful for us, but here we are using a word heavily. The earth heavily depends on dash. You must know that without what kind of thing plants cannot survive. If plants cannot survive, of course the animals would not survive. So you must know the answer of this question. Okay, I'm not going to disclose the answer over here. You need to attempt yourself. Okay. The next one is dash is the example of lever of class 1. Tweezers, scissors. But this is nut cutter or butt cutter. Maybe it's spelling mistake. Okay, so you must know that which is the example of lever of class 1. Yes. Very good, Aisha. Very good, Malahim. Muniba, very good. No, Muniba, you need to check your answer. Muhammad Ali, good. You have told me the correct answer. No, Iraj, you need to check your answer again. Dash is one of the most important invention of the men. Wheel and axle, pulley, and inclined plane. What do you think that among these three simple machines, which one is the most important invention of the men? Very good, Hamna. Good. Come on. Good, Malahim. Okay, Muniba, you're right. Aisha, good. Khizra, you're right. Ali, good. Very good. Most of the students are telling me this right answer of this question. This question is quite easier. Fulcrum is in the middle in dash class of lever. Very good. Yes. Very good. No, Alina, you need to check your answer. Fulcrum is in the middle of in which class of lever? No, Khazra, it's not 2. No, Aisha. Okay, you need to check your answer. Okay, you can check it after the class. The next question comes in front of you. Dash is used to change the direction of the force. Screw, pulley, wheel and axle. Dash is used to change the direction of the force. Good. Okay, beta, there is a mistake in this question because in this question you can take the pulley and wheel and axle. These two can change the direction of the force. Okay, so I'm going to exclude one of the options from this. Okay, because wheel in pulley we also use the wheel and wheel is used to change the direction. Okay, threads are found around the dash, lever, pulley or screw. Threads are found around the dash. Good, Malahim, you're right. Good, Iraj, very good. Muniba, no. Alina, Ali bin Salman, you have given me the right answer. Okay, Khazra, you're right. The next question is in front of you. Car is an example of simple machine, complex machine, or none of these? Is car a simple machine or a complex machine? Malahim, no. Yes, you're right. Okay, now you have given me the right answer, Malahim. Yes, beta. Let me tell you one thing that bicycle, even a bicycle is a complex machine. A bicycle is a complex machine. So how can a car be a simple machine? It is also the complex machine. A machine consists of a simple slope, that is wheel or axle, lever or inclined plane. Come on, hurry up guys. Yes, very good, Hamna. Maham, good. Alina, no. Simple slope. When we talk about the slope, yes, Malahim, Aisha, you're right. When we talk about the slope, it means it is higher than the ground and it is making an angle. There is an inclination. Very good. The next comes in front of you. Dash is used to lift heavy loads. Crane, car, bus. Crane, car, or bus. Yes, good. Good. In lever of class 2, dash is in the middle. Effort, load, or fulcrum. No, effort is not in the center. Just bring the trolley in your mind and bring the concept that how do you use it. Hamna, you're right. Alina, you need to check your answer again. Dash is the simple machine. Bus, car, or wheelbarrow? Wheelbarrow. Yes, Eliza, you have given me the right answer. Yes, bus and car can never be the simple machine, okay? Light travels in dash line, straight, curved, or circular. Straight, curved, or circular. Very good, very nice. The bouncing back of light is called dash, reflection, refraction, or echo. Here we are talking about the light, okay? Be careful, here we are talking about the light, not the sound. Good. Light is a form of natural gas, force, or energy. Light is a form of energy, natural gas, or force. Okay, beta, your meeting can be ended anytime. So take care of yourself. Okay, very good. You're giving me the right answers. This form would be uploaded after the class and you can go, you can attempt it again and again. Okay. Light takes dash minutes and 10 seconds to reach the earth from the sun. Come on. Yes, beta, I can see